Well, and the sad part about it, of course, you got in there, you should have kept some attorney and said, there be any conflict of that. I went to school Catholic, you and I graduated from boarding
Islam, hold on. Islam, how you doing today? Hold on, I'm using my tablet too. Islam, happy April the 2nd. No, I got it. And it's a wonderful day today. Islam, hold on 1 second. April the 2nd, 2019. Hold on 1 second, okay? Yep. Oh, you hear the R&B music again, the old R&B. Okay, well, the old R&B music is playing again. I guess they go back and forth. I'm over it. I have approximately about 25 more minutes. Hold on. I want to say Islam and good morning. As of now, my light in this lifetime, definitely to my husband, Dwayne Bey. Islam and good morning, Dwayne Bey. I hope you're doing well. I'm very tired. I'm trying to pull Islam Dwayne Bey. I hope you're doing well. I'm very, very, very tired, but I'm here. It's April the 2nd, 2019. Islam. I'm well. I've been resting a lot, but I did study Sunday, Saturday, and Wednesday. Imani has to pick up on his studies. Yeah. Actually, we are catching up on that. You heard? Hold on, you heard someone? That was that sounded like somebody coming from. Someone said he loves peace. I don't know who that was. That sounded like somebody from maybe an employee. It almost. I did hear that. I think that was Miss Phyllis, the manager, but I'm not sure. I think it was Miss Phyllis, the manager. I'm not sure. She's probably talking to a customer or someone else around her. I don't know. You have good ears. Is it because of the meditation when you heard it? Why would she be saying he loves peace? I don't know. I do hear those things outside and around the room at American Independence Day, but maybe I can't really say why would she say that. I don't know, because she can speak whatever she wants to speak. Come on now. Yeah, also been at American Extended Stay since August of 2016. I've been working at Burger King since June of 2016. Yep, since June of 2016. Well, hold on. Okay, I'll go outside. You want me to go outside because you like a variety of music. Okay. You funny. Okay, let me go outside. It's a beautiful day today. Hold on 1 second, okay? Islam. Yeah, so far this morning was good. I would like to tell you what I found very interesting this morning was, this morning I haven't texted Selena yet. I'm going to text her and I like to text Selena and Dr. Nalani Valentine and say Islam and good morning. Yeah, Dwayne Bey, he changed his his pin. Okay, so now there's a new podcast as of yesterday. So today is the 2nd, so April the 1st, 2019. he changed his podcast. He changed his pen and the third podcast. Yeah, I send him emails almost every single day. Every single day, and yeah, so to show that we did. Yeah, Imani does too. Imani Gray-Bey. Well, it was odd this morning because do you remember I told you about the regulars that either imply to be connected to the United States Navy and Army, or they are, and they sit at the regular table. Well, I don't know. The one guy, I don't know if he's connected or not, but this is at the same table. They come in pretty much every single day. And this was really, 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 really odd. There's a black male that will come in. He comes in too and sits at the table with the other black male. Do you remember when I gave you that story about me being attacked spiritually when I first came to Annapolis, Maryland? When I first started working at Burger King, maybe 2 months after I started working, or spiritually, my genitals while I was asleep. And like someone had attacked my genitals, and they call it getting off while I was sleeping. When I first came to Annapolis, Maryland, I had moved into American Extended Stay, and I told you when I walked into Burger King, one of the regular males black males that's over 50 years old that come in almost every day. As soon as I walked into Burger King, said something about she gonna have to get herself off, or she likes getting herself off, or something like that. As soon as I walked in, something similar to that. As soon as I walked in, opened the door, he was already sitting there at the table saying that. Well, this morning, this is interesting because I had to double back and try to talk to make sure I heard him right. Because he has said things out the ordinary before, and he sits at the table with the guy they call Charlie. I think they call him Steve, but I'm not sure. I've heard him answer to the name Steve, and I heard the guy that they call Charlie answer to the name Charlie. So he was like, as I was in today, now, as I was behind the counter. One of the other black males that sit there that's over 45 years old, he usually wears a Hawks cap, and he has an alumni license plate on his truck. He said he spilled his coffee. He had ordered a large coffee, and he spilled his coffee at the table. I said, no problem, sir. And he ordered a sausage biscuit at the same time. He said, I want to order a sausage biscuit, but I made a big mess over there. I made a huge mess over there. I spilled the coffee or something like that. And I said, no problem. So I took his order, gave him his biscuit, and I gave him a new cup of coffee. And as I was walking around with the mop and getting prepared to clean the mess, he kept saying it was a huge mess. He said, this is a huge mess at the table. And I was like, yeah, it is. It was all, there was a large, the coffee was on the table, on the floor, everywhere. And I kept saying, yes, you did make a huge mess with your coffee. And I said that I agree, because he was saying, he kept emphasizing mess. And and then all of a sudden, the guy that I've heard, I'm not sure if that's his name, that answered to the name Steve, he said something about he paid for it. As he looked at me in an angry way, he said something about he's there, he paid for it, or something like that. And I said, and he corrected me first, because I said, yes, there is a huge mess, or I used they and I should have used he or him or something. I used the wrong word to go with in the sentence, possibly. I don't know. And he said it's not it, or it's they. And he said, and he paid for it. And he's something like that, and he should be there, something like that. I don't know. I just heard him say he paid for it. He paid for this. And so he paid for it. And I was like, sir, I can speak the words I want to speak. And then I went back to the kitchen. I came back and I said, sir, you said he paid for it? What were you talking about? And can you tell me? And he didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to repeat what he said, I guess, or he didn't. He chose not to repeat it. Now this is a guy that comes into Burger King almost every day and sit for hours. And I don't want to remind you, I thought it was odd. I'm not saying I'm not accusing him of attacking my genitals that night when I first came to Annapolis, Maryland. But he was coming to Burger King, sitting for a while, even back then, around, I think it was at the end of 2016, 2017. And I thought it was so odd because I wasn't familiar of males sitting inside a restaurant for hours at a time. And black males just sitting there, and especially if they imply to be connected to the United States Navy or the Army, or they are connected to the United States Navy or the Army, or they're retired. I wasn't accustomed to that, but I didn't think nothing about it. So I mean, I did think something about it, but I'm navigating, implementing rights, not privileges. So that's his right to sit there. But when some of them started to behave odd, like the other male named that they called Charlie, or I've heard him answer to Charlie, said he didn't want me to touch his hand, and he would curse. Then that's when I really started to raise an eyebrow, because at the same time, during these same events, I told you I had a male follow me as I was walking to work. And he kept saying good morning. It was a black male, and good morning. And he actually pulled over, like he had the right to pull over and get in front of me around. This is like about 7:30 in the morning, and the sun wasn't up to say good morning. So when the male today, as of April the 2nd, 2019, they referred to him as Steve, said he paid. I was like, why is he saying he, I went back because I told you I just did a letter stating to American Extended Stay about somebody's trying to open the door at American Extended Stay, and they keep saying he paid outside and around the room at American Extended Stay. Right. Exactly. So that's why I came back to question, why is this male that's been coming in here for hours and sitting hours at a time, over 45 years old, saying he paid, and he seemed like he was upset, and then because I told you about how some spirits outside when I'm walking, they keep talking about there's a mess, and I told you about, like, someone keeps saying I love you outside the room, at American Extended Stay. They keep saying I love you and mumbling in a desperate, eerie tone, like they're deranged and retarded, like there's some type of experiment of some sort. So I didn't know, and they keep saying I love you and mumbling, like these are male, the same male voice, like something's wrong with it. I don't know who it is or what it is, but that's what I've experienced. So when he said that, I went back and I was like, what were you saying, sir? Because all I was doing was trying to clean up the coffee. Now, why the male with the Hawks cap kept saying there's a mess, it did make me think about how we hear spirits out when I'm out talk about there's a mess, and they keep implying that somebody is want to be somebody's husband, or is someone's husband. They keep saying the word husband, or somebody's there in the room. So when I kept hearing when the guy with the black Hawks cap kept emphasized there's a mess, I was thinking about the coffee. I was like, yes, sir, you're right, and it's no problem because customers make a mess, right? Islam, they make a mess sometimes, right? They make, but then the black guy, the male, I don't know if he was black male, I don't know if he claimed a nationality. So black, Negro, African American is not considered to be a part of the Constitution. It's not recognized in constitutional law. Stated these things. Said somebody he paid. I was like, I had to double back. I asked him. I said, sir, what did you say? Because he too had demonstrated behavior. Like sometimes he would say he did not want me to put the money in his hand. Sometimes he would say, put the money on the counter. Oh yeah, not the guy Charlie. This is Steve. He would behave that way. And then all of a sudden, as I documented and I sent it to Dwayne Bafube. One day he I should say soon after, maybe like the day after, he stopped doing it. So he hasn't done it since I documented and I sent the information. I don't know. Once again, I'm not accusing this male. I'm just giving you testimony. But when he said somebody he paid and I asked him to repeat himself, he didn't want to repeat himself. I found it odd. So that's all. And then the lady that sits at the table as well, sometimes she's a black female. I don't know if she claimed a nationality. Once again, Negro, black, or African American, right, is not recognized according to constitutional law. So that means they don't have rights. If you are, yes, because you have to have a nationality to have rights to be naturalized properly. Under Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, the 13th Amendment, 20 sections, and the Constitution of 1787, and all its amendments, and all, including everything. So she comes in, she sits at the table, she orders the 10-piece nugget out the fryer, coffee. So she was speaking about Edgewater. She said to another customer, and I was close to her. I was right in front of her, filling up the ketchup, and she started saying something about the owner here has 2 stores, Edgewater and this store. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm glad you said that, because I found that out not too long ago about Edgewater, where I domiciled at. I told her, this is the black female that also come and sit at the regular table with those that implied to be connected to the Navy or the Army, the regulars. I said, at where I domicile at, I hear people, they were saying the Edgewater down the hall, outside the room, quite a bit. And I was like, what is Edgewater? But now I know there's another store, Edgewater. And she was like, yeah, it's close by. I said, oh, it's close by. I said, okay. And I found that, I was like, okay, now, because, so, yeah. Yeah, these are odd events, right? I don't know. I truly don't know why he would say that. That's why I asked him to repeat himself, to try to, because I know he wasn't talking about the coffee, because the coffee was already paid for. And the male with the Halt's cap received a refill of coffee and a sausage biscuit. So that didn't make, because Burger King offered free refills on coffee. And it is policy that if a customer definitely spills their cup before they able to drink it, you just give them another cup of whatever they wanted. And right now Burger King has a special where all 3 sizes, small, medium, and large size coffees are on sale for 53 cents. So it really didn't, that's all size coffees are on sale for 53 cents. So it didn't make sense for him to say that. I didn't understand and he seemed like he was upset. I don't know if he was. So I mopped the floor and I wiped down the table, and I did it like 2 or 3 times, and I made sure I went over with a dry mop. The manager, Diamond, the black female manager, Diamond, came outside, not outside, but over there, and I guess it wasn't clean enough for her, so she redid the whole thing again. She does that sometimes. I don't know why. She redid the whole thing again. Yeah, she just went over the she just started mopping the floor again, or that spot where the all the coffee was up. I got a sanitizer bucket and mopped it. So but she's the manager, and if she feels that it wasn't good enough, then I have to respect that. I don't want to be insubordinate. So whatever she said she does, I'd be like, okay, no problem. But I did try. I made sure. I went over it a few times because it was a lot of coffee. It was a large coffee that fell. It was a lot of coffee on the floor. Yeah, I told you when Dwayne Bafube and I, when we were communicating, it sounded like somebody's mumbling in an angry voice outside and around the room, like there's some type of like it's an animal of some sort. And then as I was walking back to get back on to the front counter, the TV was on. It looked like it was live, TV. This is in Burger King today. After I let Diamond mop the floor, not let him, but let her just move out the way and let her do her job. I looked at the TV and I saw two pale skinned males and a black male. The black male was in the middle, and the two pale skins were sitting on the side. And it was definitely looked like it was live TV or the news. And all of a sudden, as I looked up, I found this interesting. The black male picked up a cup of coffee. This is on the TV as I was walking back to get the front towards the front counter. Picked up the cup and started drinking the cup. The black male on TV. Yeah. Why did I find that odd? Oh, because of I told you about the Mexican that was like staring at me in an intense way, and I didn't know he was staring at me until I looked behind me. This is when I was working at Burger King, and I just looked behind me, and as I looked behind me, he was just staring and sucking a straw, staring at me, sucking a straw, sucking his drink out of a straw. And so as I looked up, because we're among a telepathic community, Arrington-Bey and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, rejected the science that called masses to be telepathic. Right, and we don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland. We try to respect everyone's boundaries. Islam. So, and I didn't know why the Mexican was looking at me, drinking out of his drink and sucking on a straw and just staring at me as he was sucking on a straw. But that's exactly how it looked when I looked at the TV, and it was live. And the black male, like I said, two pale skins on the side of him. As I looked up, he just it's like simultaneously picked up the coffee, and then it started drinking, or the cup, and started drinking. Yeah, sometimes Imani-Gray-Bey, my son, is attacked in his sleep too. But we try to do as Hebrew Muslims, we try to sleep light. Yeah, so I try to keep him aware so he'll know, because if when you're among unclean spirits. And once again, I'm not accusing the male Steve or Charlie. I'm just giving you testimony of what happened today and bringing back old events. Okay? Islam. So, as Hebrew Muslims, we have to be careful. And so the reason, and that's why I keep telling you, yes, that's why if you're among those who are not in the constitutional fold, and so they are vulnerable, and they have the science of telepathy. And too many of them are used as spiritual terrorists so they can breed. You are among unclean spirits that want to breed. These are unclean spirits that want to breed. You have to be careful. We don't know anyone here personally. I told you about the male that said he knew Imani that came into Burger King, and Imani was like, I don't know that guy. Yeah, he looked to be Spanish. So anyway, I found that interesting. I have to go because I don't want to be late coming back from the Yeah, I'm gonna document it because I don't know why this male who's been coming in here he spoke about paid. He paid again, and you heard the voice recordings and some of the regulars saying we paid or he paid from when I first started working at Burger King. I don't know why, and I had to write a letter to American Extended Stay. I'm going to document it, and hopefully there's no issue, because I don't know why he would say that. I have no idea. All I was doing was doing my job, mopping up the coffee. Yep, that's all I was doing. Okay. Yeah, that was a police officer in it looks like a ambulance truck. Yeah, a lot of times they hear police around American Extended Stay too. A lot of times, but I think about taxpayers' money. Yeah, like paying taxes. Okay, let me let you go. It's long. It's okay. I'm gonna send this to Dwayne Bey. I'm gonna document and send it to Dwayne Bey. Yeah, no one called, and I'm thankful. We're gonna take it slow. It's long. I'm gonna take it slow with him, and I'm just gonna heal Islam, and then Allah's great. Yeah, as his wife, I'm healing with him. Islam. Dwayne Bafil Bay, Islam. Bye.